and Japan. Don't get it twisted. See, I was saying it yesterday.
No,
nobody could
it's
have
a record.
Nobody could have predicted Austria to stop a group that contains France and Netherlands.
Here we go again.
So
let's take our first break. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever was said on this show,
yes,
in respect to how the Super Falcons
hold me to ransom.
Yeah, good boy. We'll be right back after our first break. Enjoy this one.
Spot that smartphone you've been eyeing? That one that seems just out of reach because of its hefty price tag? Hold up, MTN is got your back, bringing you an effortless way to snag your dream phone without emptying your pocket with Easy Buy. Choose any phone you fancy and conveniently spread the payment over 3 to 12 months. Keep your budget intact and your smartphone dreams. But wait, there's more. Not only do you get to enjoy budget-friendly payment option, but you also enjoy up to 10 gig free MTN data. Now, that's a steal. Don't watch your dream phone slip away. What are you waiting for? Visit the nearest mobile phone retail outlet. Look for the Easy Buy agent. Terms and conditions apply. MTN. What are you doing today?
Correct food, they always give me joy. That's why anytime I cook like this, I dey always season them with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatasheo, shombo, onions. No one I know they put. Now he make my pikin them, they always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never will. I want more.
You see?
Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season them with no cubes for that ubonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
Fixing your damaged phone just feels like a lot of wahala and can be very expensive, right? But not anymore. MTN is here with a solution to help you protect your phones. Accident happens. So imagine this. Your phone falls into water. No wahala. Your screen cracks. No wahala. Your phone gets burned. No wahala. Why? Because accidental damages are also covered. Even if you're lazy like me and cannot cope with the stress of getting your phone fixed, your damaged phone will be picked up, fixed and dropped off, all while you chill at home. And the best part is, you also enjoy free MTN data when you purchase any device protection plan. Seriously, who doesn't love free data? You also enjoy free MTN data when you purchase any device protection plan. To enjoy your device with peace of mind, visit mtn.ng/device services to get your pocket-friendly device protection plan. MTN, outdo yourself.
Looking for ways to save your data? It starts with your apps. Deleting unused apps helps, but there is more. Most apps have data saver modes. Activate them to control data usage. You can also go to settings to turn off auto updates. Lastly, close unused apps to save data when you ain't using your apps. These changes can make a big difference. For more information, visit your mobile operator's website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for more helpful tips. Stay connected and enjoy smarter data usage. This message is brought to you by the Association of Telecom Operators and Nigerian Communications Commission.
Attention everyone, this is an important message about cholera.
Cholera is a serious disease, but we can stop it together.
Remember to always drink clean, safe water. Boil or treat your water before drinking.
Wash your hands with soap and clean water, especially before eating and after using the toilet.
Cook your food thoroughly and eat it while it is hot.
Keep your surroundings clean and dispose of waste properly.
If you or anyone you know shows symptoms like severe diarrhea or vomiting, seek medical help immediately.
Together, we can beat cholera and keep our community healthy.
This message is brought to you by Mainland 98.3 FM, Lagos. Stay safe, stay healthy.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Of course, you always know that every Thursday on Mainland FM, we take you through back all of those songs that gives you those nostalgic feelings. The songs of the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the early 20s. That's exactly what you get on our Throwback Thursday. For all of our songs, you enjoy songs that you probably don't even have on any of your media outlets to get it. We'll give you here. We'll always have it for you here. But we're live on Sport Cruise, and we get to do this every Mondays to Fridays from 6 to 7 p.m. Well, I have Tᴜɪᴛᴛ in the building alongside me, myself, and I. I will start off with the story of the Super Falcons' defeat yesterday to the defending Olympic champions, Canada. A goal to nothing, 18 minute goal. Yeah, that was considered by the Super Falcons, and then the game ended. We had our chances. I didn't get to see the game, but I saw a whole lot of highlights. I saw about 7-minute highlight of it in the early hours of this morning, and I felt like we should have done, a bit better in that particular game. But going forward, like we said, and like Sᴘᴏ also said, it is not really about winning as such, but it's about getting good game, competitive game, quality opponents, and getting into the Olympics with the right frame of mind. We play Brazil on the 25th of July, what is going to be the opening game, and on the 28th we play Spain, and on the 31st we play Japan. A whole lot of games to look out for. But one thing the Super Falcons can come out of that group, and I think I also share that sentiment. Ladies and gentlemen, I think if Super Falcons can get a decent result in their opening match against Brazil, whatever happens against Spain will remain in Spain. All right, let's also check. Like I said, we have 8 more days to the Summer Olympics. This time around, it is going to be in Paris. That's France. So much to look out for. Well, the Super Falcons, like we said, still retain their number 1 ranking in Africa. Yes, nobody comes close. But for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, we've dropped 1 more place from 38 to 39 in the current FIFA ranking. But of course, the big mover had to be Spain, that are moved to number 3. Well, I don't know. I've actually, I've always said it. I may not really be so much of the ranking kind of person. I've always wondered how long Belgium were world number 1 without winning any trophy. The golden generation of Belgium were world number 1 from even before the 2018 World Cup. Yeah. They were world number 1 going into the 2018 World Cup. After then, I think they finished 3rd in the 2018 World Cup. They defeated England in the 3rd place match. After that, I think they were world number 1 till like 2021 or thereabout. Yeah. But the golden generation that had Eden Hazard, of course, Lukaku is still there. The Vertical Games of this world, they didn't win. Kevin De Bruyne is still there as well. They didn't win nothing. So I may not really be about the rankings, but hey, let's see. According to the released list today, the world governing body FIFA said the 3-time African champion remain unmoved as the 5th best team on the continent. So we have 4 teams on the continent that are playing better according to the numbers than Nigeria. Nigeria dropped a spot in the global ranking and undid the unimpressive accumulated point gathered at the African Cup of Nations earlier this year. Well, the considerable drop was due to an inspiring result in this last round of games of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. The Super Eagles drew a 1-1 with South Africa in their 4th game of the qualifier and lost 2-1 to Benin Republic in the following match. Well, Morocco is number 1, Senegal is number 2, Egypt is number 3, and the Super Eagles of Nigeria are currently the number 4th in Africa. Argentina successfully defended a Copa America last weekend, retained the number 1 spot Closely followed in second place by France. Well, there's Spain in third, and they've been the biggest mover. Tomiwa, the Super Eagles yet again. We've not made much progress, have we?
No much progress, to be honest. For the team that were seated in 30th back in May, and now sitting 39th in July is so bad. Last month, in June, when the FIFA rankings was released, it was confirmed that we stood at the 38th spot on the FIFA rankings. But now, after that lackluster performances, towards the World Cup qualifying games, that we lost the game and then drew one, to be honest, it's so sad. It's so sad. But anyways, we still stay fifth in Africa. Morocco maintains first. Second is Senegal. Third, Egypt. Fourth is Cote d'Ivoire, and fifth is Nigeria. Anyways, I think that's still okay. But 39th. Super Eagles of Nigeria, rather, that does not speak well, of those boys, to be honest.
Well, talking about what does not speak well, I don't know how much you want to take this, but let's talk about the Victor Osimhen story. I think is about the most known kept secret that Osimhen was not going to play under Antonio Conte. At least even if he did at the start of the season, before the transfer window closes, I'm very much sure. I can put a lot of money on the fact that why is
it that everyone feels that Osimhen will not do well under Antonio Conte?
No, it's not about whether doing well or not doing well.
Okay.
I feel maybe he should have left last season while he was one of the hottest players in world football.
As when he won the league.
On the back of that amazing season he had with Napoli, delivering the first Scudetto to them in over 30 years. It was a big moment. And a lot of people felt like, it's that time you move. But unfortunately, in short, I think Napoli alongside AC Milan showed how not to defend a league title. Napoli finished in 10th position.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a terrible season. But
very, very terrible.
For Victor Osimhen's numbers, looking at the injuries he's had, his off-season, his dramas, he still did well.
Yeah.
This move, if eventually happens, I don't know.
Okay.
I feel for a player that moved from French league to Italian Serie A for Napoli.
Okay.
Going back to the French league again. But you also want to think that maybe a direct replacement for Kylian Mbappe that moved to Madrid. We don't know if they're going to also complete the move with Kvaratskhelia. We don't know yet. Yeah. But whatever happens, is this move a right one for Osimhen? Or you'd expect he's made his exploit to have commanded a record transfer deal in the midst of COVID.
Yeah.
Remember that Napoli signed him during COVID.
Yeah, during COVID.
And it was a record signing.
Yeah, 70 million.
Would you have expected him to maybe move to England? Perhaps, get more attention? Or you think going back to France, if it eventually happens, is a better day for him? Well,
to be honest, I feel Victor Osimhen's main goal, right, is to move to the English Premier League. But unfortunately,
he's been
touted with the likes of
Chelsea fans are
Manchester
still awful, by the way.
Chelsea and Arsenal at some point. There were links between them, but unfortunately, a deal has not happened. But now, he's gained that opportunity, right, to move to PSG. Don't also forget that Kylian Mbappe has left PSG. Now, PSG more or less need someone to be their main man. And that's why they are going all in for Victor Osimhen. They feel if Victor Osimhen is in that squad, then he will definitely do a good job. And for Victor Osimhen not getting a move to the Premier League, obviously. Now, even during the summer transfer window, he was also touted with a possible move to Saudi Arabia. But he himself dismissed those links and said he didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, due to the fact that his career was just starting. And it feels like at some point he wanted to stay at Napoli. But now PSG have come knocking, and now they've come with a hefty price tag of over 110, 120 million thereabouts. And now they're saying, Victor Osimhen, come and let's see what will happen.
Come, let's reason together.
Let's reason together and make you the king of Paris.
Yeah,
exactly. And definitely it's going to play. When he goes to PSG, he will play definitely. Because for me, PSG already have
a choice.
PSG
if I buy you for 130 million euros, you will even do ball boy.
Even if you play nonsense, you will play.
You will play.
Look at Darwin Núñez at Liverpool. That's why the nonsense.
You will play.
Exactly. Now PSG have two fantastic strikers already. I don't call them fantastic, but then they are good. Before they were purchased in presence of Kolo Muani and then Goncalo Ramos. PSG bought Ramos after the 2022 FIFA World Cup when he performed for Portugal. But of course, it happened that Benfica scammed them and
Benfica always scam.
They always scam.
Even Darwin Núñez too was
he's scam. You understand? So I feel Victor Osimhen moving to PSG is going to be, I feel it's going to be like a push, a surge, for his career.
But,
to be honest.
Well, I understand your position.
Okay.
The PSG team has got a blend of quite a lot of young players as well.
Yes, very young team.
You feel like it's quite suitable for whatever project the management of Victor Osimhen are working on. He's got the talent, he's got the skills, he's got the energy, but does he have the personality? I don't know. Does he have the skills to get into the boots that Kylian Mbappe had left behind at PSG? Is a huge question to ask.
Yeah, huge boost.
Kylian Mbappe is the record scorer in the history of PSG. Arguably, the greatest player to ever play for PSG.
Yeah,
exactly. Because he was brought in for 180 million euros loan for Monaco with the mandatory decision that they must sign him.
Exactly.
Because PSG already signed Neymar that season,
yes.
So they already broke their transfer limit,
yes,
and they had to play within the FFP rule. So they had to bring in Neymar on loan.
Mbappe on loan.
Mbappe on loan, and they bought him the following season,
yeah.
And he's gone on to win the French League Player of the Season for 5 years. He's won record, broke record, done
Golden
everything he could win for them.
Exactly.
But he leaves. He also became the captain of the French national team
while at PSG.
And
vice captain of PSG as well.
But there's a Victor Osimhen that is coming in. Not necessarily the biggest from Africa as such, even though he's the African Footballer of the Year. But he's certainly going to come in with a massive price tag.
Yes,
a record-breaking price tag.
Definitely.
Maybe not as much as Kylian Mbappe. Maybe not as much as Neymar. But I'm sure he's certainly going to get up there in terms of the numbers. Maybe over 100 million euros. So you're coming with that price tag. You're coming with the pressure of the fact that a lot of the big money players they've signed are not exactly worked. They brought in Lionel Messi. Even though the sign-on fee was not that big, his allowance every month was huge. But the Messi experience did not work
at all.
They brought in Sergio Ramos to bring in some level of experience and European experience. He still did not work. Now, Kylian Mbappe had left for free. So, where does that put Victor Osimhen? Do you think Victor Osimhen is in that right frame of mind to carry out the pressure that comes with all of the instances I just listed?
Yeah, to be honest, Victor Osimhen will definitely do a good job at PSG. Now, when he moves to PSG, he becomes PSG's main hitman automatically. No one comes close. Now, for Victor Osimhen moving to PSG, is going to create what I feel would make him reason well. Now, he's coming in with much more responsibility. Now, when he moved to Napoli from Lille at the price tag of 70 million, nobody really knew Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
He was young when he moved to Napoli. But then, coming with that youthful exuberance, you could feel like this was someone who could definitely misbehave. But we didn't really see Victor Osimhen cause issues while at Napoli. No. When
AGBA Tommy.
When the current Italy manager, I'm trying much as well to remember his name now. When he was the coach, when they won the Scudetto, there was no issues with the coach. There were no issues with players, with his fellow players, except a particular situation when he had an issue with Visha Varashkelia when the agent was trying to defame him and everything. Where all those issues happened. But to be honest, if Victor Osimhen moves to PSG with that FC price tag on his head, he will want to repay the faith that PSG will be putting in him. That's what I feel. To be honest, that's what I feel. So Osimhen moving to PSG is a good deal for me. Not just good deal for me, but good deal for Nigerians. And I feel he will take over and even surpass. Yes, I'm saying this in confidence. You're laughing.
No, you're on your own. The beauty of radio is on the record.
Yeah. I'm so sure he will surpass Mbappe's records at PSG if he moves to PSG.
That's a huge one.
Yes.
Mbappe's numbers at PSG are crazy.
It is breakable now.
That's crazy.
The truth. It is breakable.
That's crazy. Well, Victor Osimhen may not have had the very best of season in the last few, months at Napoli, but he had his glorious moments. Even though I know there were other issues, but before we still continue with the Victor Osimhen conversation, but let's quickly hear what Bet Baba has got for us. You're live on Milan FM, and this is Sport Cruise.
You define better odd. I be you one play correct cost over 1.5. I be you one bet say both team no go score at all. Yeah, we get better. Our odd chaburata, we know the feeling show. Oh lo, we there for you. Oh, we there for you. You see for Bet Baba, we win money. Bet Baba, cash out today easy. Oh, Bet Baba, we get online games for you to play. Oh, God, yeah. We get better bonus. I didn't know that. Yeah, now Bet Baba they are so. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Hush now, child, and don't cry.
Yeah, you're welcome. I will switch over to the Bet Baba segment on a mainline 98.3 FM Sport Cruise, 6 to 7 p.m. every day. And I'm here. And of course, there's Sᴘᴏʀᴛ, aka AGBA Tommy, the builder. And before I went on that very quick Bet Baba break, we were talking about Victor Osimhen's move or proposed move to PSG, to be or not to be. We don't know how much he's going to command in terms of transfer. Yeah, but you are sure that Napoli would not sell him lesser than how much they bought him, which was £70 million during 70 million euros rather. That was during the COVID. But he's gone on to do good for them. Over 30 goals in the season. They won the league. The previous season, they had about 11 goals and 6 assists, almost about 20 goals contribution. Last season, with all of the injuries, the distractions, Luciano Spalletti walking him out of the training at some point, the old coconut head, social media spat from the social media handler of Napoli.
Yeah.
His fallout.
Thank God he said his social media handler.
Of course, social media handler of Napoli. But we also saw Victor Osimhen's reaction. He didn't talk to his teammates. Wasn't even dining with them, as according to
because
the reports that we read. There were just a whole lot of stuff. But what level does this take Victor Osimhen to if he moves to PSG? I gave you instances where the PSG that certainly, I'm sure they're tired of being local champions, just being champions of the French league. I'm sure they didn't bring in Kylian Mbappe just to dominate the French league. Exactly. I'm sure they didn't bring in Messi, they didn't bring in Sergio Ramos, they didn't bring all of those big players, Donnarumma, just to do. They want to be at the top level, at the elite level, which is the Champions League. They've come close. They lost a goal to nothing that final
2020.
But again, if they bring in Victor Osimhen and maybe a couple of other players, what level does it take PSG to? And what level does it take Victor Osimhen to? Let me have your thought on Victor Osimhen's level first.
On Victor Osimhen's level, obviously, we're looking for the next big push for his career, career-wise. And to be honest, personally, I really feel like moving to the English Premier League could have done a lot of good for him. Absolutely, than him moving to PSG. I feel there's a kind of bias when it comes to you playing in the French league on. Everybody automatically thinks that you are playing in a Farmers League, and I don't to be honest, that's what I feel.
I think the old Farmers League idea should have gone with Lyon. When Lyon won it 7 times on the bounce. Exactly. I don't even think it is normal for English league supporters to be calling the French league the Farmers League.
Because even now,
they have won about 6 of the last 8.
It's not the Farmers League now in the English Premier League. So now, when you talk about PSG wanting to go far above, the level that they are used to. I don't know exactly what PSG needs to do in order to, be at the top pinnacle of football in terms of winning the UEFA Champions League. They signed Lionel Messi, they signed Neymar, they signed Mbappe, they signed Donnarumma, they signed Sergio Ramos, who, I feel could have helped them, to that, Champions League title that has evaded them ever since. Even back then in 2020, when they were so close, to winning the Champions League, that the likes of Neymar, Barcelona, and all of them were crying. See, it's just simple. In terms of administration, in terms of finding the right balance when it comes to coaching, they've had good coaches over the course of these years. Thomas Tuchel, now they have what's his name again? What's this guy's name again?
The former Barcelona manager,
coach, Luis Enrique, who is the current coach. Who I feel.
Remember, they had the former Tottenham manager as well.
So a lot of coaches that have come into the. Ancelotti at some point was the coach of PSG. Pochettino at some point. And a lot of household names in coaching when it comes to football.
True.
But the Champions League title has evaded them. And I really don't know who else they need to sign in order to win the Champions League.
Let me give you some numbers.
Okay.
And this is in context. Our 2018-2019 League 1 Player of the Year, Kylian Mbappé. League 1 title 7. 2 times French Cup. 2018 FIFA World Cup. 2 times FIFA Pro World 11.
Okay. 2018
UEFA Team of the Year. 2022 FIFA World Cup Silver Ball. 3 times French Player of the Year. I'm not giving you the numbers. I'm giving you the records now. Because if you look at the numbers that I have in front of me right now, I'm sure till 10 o'clock we're not done with the numbers.
Okay.
This is what Kylian Mbappé left behind at PSG. Expectedly. You probably want to remove maybe World Cup and all of that.
Exactly.
But you'd expect Victor Osimhen to be in the mode of someone that will be mentioned as the French Player of the Year at the end of the season.
Yeah.
You'd also expect him to be sure enough of delivering the league title, which I think is almost sure of PSG to receive.
Definitely.
But I'm talking about the next level, because from Lille to Napoli, it was a massive move.
Yes.
Record transfer for an African player. Record transfer for a Nigerian player.
Yep.
He went ahead to win the league title for them for the first time in over 30 years. Present African Footballer of the Year. Moving to PSG, what level does it take Victor Osimhen to in terms of the elite nature of world strikers? In the last 3 years, you probably mentioned Victor Osimhen. He finished as 8th or 10th in the last Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Very huge.
So, is PSG the next level for Victor Osimhen? Or you think he should have probably just moved to Spain? Maybe. I mean, Morata has left Atletico Madrid. There's a space there. There's England. There's Manchester United. There's Chelsea. There's Arsenal. There's Liverpool. What do you think?
See, okay, let me tell you something. Do you know that if Victor Osimhen manages to move to PSG and deliver that UEFA Champions League title, he will surpass, to the eye of every PSG fan, the achievement of Mbappé. I'm so sure that
if he wins the Champions League,
for PSG, he will surpass the achievement of Mbappé.
He flaws everything else.
That's the only title that has evaded them ever since. So okay, now you might want to say the French League On is a farmers league from every football fan's perspective. But if Osimhen manages to win that Champions League, come on, he will, all those records that you'll be reading out, he will surpass it. Not just in the eye of Nigerians, but in the eye of every French supporter that supports PSG. You can bet it with me anyway. It's going to cause a lot of debate. Yes, I know. You might want to say Mbappé has done so well for PSG. What exactly has Mbappé achieved for PSG that Victor Osimhen cannot achieve?
Nothing.
He will definitely win PSG the league title.
Tommy, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there are limits to what Osimhen can achieve.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Victor Osimhen. I'm just saying that this move, especially looking at whose shoes is supposed to go and fill, is this the next step for Kylian Mbappé? That's what for Victor Osimhen, right? I just want to have that line, yes or no.
Okay. For me, I'm not going to give you a straight answer. You know why? You know why I'm not going to give you a straight answer? I feel like moving to either England or Spain could have been better. Could have been a better move for his career.
He's mature to go to any league in the world.
He's 25.
Yes.
He's 25
years old. He's the African Footballer of the Year. He's a top player.
If he goes to PSG, there is every tendency that he gets to spend at least 4 or 5 years in France.
Before he comes back to England, he's probably going to be 30 or 29.
Or 29. And I don't think any top club wants to get a striker at that age. in the English Premier League.
Except you are Manchester United. Except you are Manchester United.
Or except you are Chelsea.
We need to take a break. Let's listen to what Baba is saying to us. Your life on Milan FM. We'll open the phone line 0913-600-0410. Kylian Mbappe's proposed move to PSG, a big step, or what do you think? You can talk to us 0913-600-0410.
Find better odd. I be you one play cause over 1.5. I be you one bet say both team no go score at all. Yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chapter out. We know the feeling show. Oh no, we there for you. Oh, we there for you. You see for bet Baba, we win money. Bet Baba, cash out today easy. Or bet Baba. Games for you to play all God all I want. Yeah. We get better bonus. But they need no dollar. Yeah. Now bet Baba 괜 Cash out, no sharp. No darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
Welcome back. We pick your calls in the middle of also giving you stories. We're focused on Victor Osimhen today. He's intending move to PSG. Record breaking, no doubt about that. To be or not to be. Don't forget that Victor Osimhen still remains the highest paid player in Serie A, especially on the back of is a big season for 2022-2023 season, where he inspired Napoli to their first Serie A title in 33 years, and also captain with the league top scorer award after scoring 26 goals in the league. Yes, I think he got about 34 goals in all competition for Napoli. So his monthly earning went to 1.29 million euros. That's a lot of money. Remember, it was signed for 75 million euros. That's 70 million pounds during COVID. Record signing, and I don't know, whatever it is you think, I feel it's justified that is giving Napoli their first Serie A title, and it wasn't just a part player, he was the highest goal scorer, 26 goals for them. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, to be or not to be, let me have your thoughts. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Okwe and Mr. Tomiwa.
You're welcome, Wumi.
Yeah, it's your friend, Wumi on the line. Mr. Gentleman in the studio.
We're with you.
Have you ever considered this scenario? A scenario whereby PSG want to get bought Osimhen directly from Lille, and they combine him with Mbappe. Do you think they would have won the Champions League all the while? Have you ever considered that scenario?
Another
so
context.
that, so much so that, wait, Mr. Tomiwa, let me quickly, I'm going somewhere.
Okay, boss.
So much so that when Mbappe eventually leaves, he will directly now step into his shoes. Have you considered that scenario? There's a school of thought that believes in that idea that if Mbappe had been combined, if PSG had made that move first, what he was at least combining with Mbappe, would they have won Champions League? Have you considered that scenario?
Wumi, thank you very much. Well, I don't even know why we need to consider that scenario, because neither of them are going. That's the most likely not going to happen. Because now there's a Kylian Mbappe and Madrid. And there's a Victor Osimhen that may be going to replace him at PSG. Hello, good evening, Eric. You're welcome.
This is Eric on the line.
You're welcome.
What club do your guys support? Which club is it about?
Tommy. He should use his mouth to do himself. He's
walk on
the Liverpool fan.
With open your heart.
Can you imagine? Liverpool will win a COVID
league.
I don't die. Now you don't see pictures.
Imagine. This never starts. Then they throw band.
See. Now, I don't ask now. I be Chelsea. See. Now they talk say Chelsea signed 30 years old players. You will win COVID league. COVID league.
When last did Chelsea win the league?
When last did Chelsea win the league?
Yes.
When last Chelsea never win COVID League before now.
Thank you. See, Eric is coming with trouble today. 0913-600-0410. Let me have your thought. Victor Osimhen, PSG right move or questionable? You think is about a move of convenience? I don't know if other clubs will be able to offer, PSG, offer Victor Osimhen what PSG is going to offer. Maybe they said to Manchester City, and there's nothing is going to do at Manchester City at the moment. They've got Brad Haaland that is just going to keep getting better and better as soon as Pep Guardiola is still in that system. Let me talk to you, Damilare. Ooh. Are you ready to talk to us now?
Yeah, I'm very ready.
Beautiful. Your name and where you calling from?
Damilare from Egondo.
Damilare, good to have you join us on the show today.
This is my point. There's a saying, they say when the pre-variable is not available becomes pre-variable.
Quote. That's inspiration.
One. Two, I remember when Osimhen wanted to go to Napoli, this was what he said, that Napoli was not a good move for him. Right? What was he going there to do? We have so many great clubs. Because I remember at that time, Napoli were not the top 5. And Napoli has already had so many great strikers before Osimhen. Osimhen went there, and luckily for him, he got a coach. Because the coach he met there did not really work until when this Spalletti came and the story changed. Now, this is my point. Let's break it down. How many clubs, all of these top clubs, do we think Osimhen can go, or do they need Osimhen? One, he cannot go to Liverpool
at all.
The new coach did not even make any move for him. If Man U actually need Osimhen, they will not go for Joshua Zeki. That's the truth. They have 2 main strikers now. Rashford is still there.
Rasmus Højlund as well.
That's what I'm saying. Now, Chelsea is a gamble. That's the truth, because we don't know what will happen to them this season. They are bringing a new coach, which we don't know the style or the form. Chelsea presently, we cannot be compared with PSG. I'm sorry to say. Presently, I'm not talking about their records. I'm talking about the present form. PSG is playing Champions League. Chelsea is not playing any of those things.
No, Chelsea are playing playoff for Conference League.
That's what I'm saying. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
That one
City, it's only Arsenal that I feel that Osimhen can go. And if Arsenal actually need him, they will have gone, or they have gone on house for him.
True.
Now, PSG needed him. Let him go to where he's needed. It's not compulsory that until you go to Premiership that you shine. Lewandowski never played for Premiership, and that doesn't reduce his standard.
Thank you, Wumi.
So if it is PSG he will go, all this thing we are talking about in the next 2-3 seasons, imagine them winning Champions League. All these big clubs will come for him with over £150 million. That was the truth. My own is just there. Let him get there. And if you say something about this Enrique, he managed Mbappe throughout, because the place he wanted to use Mbappe cannot play there. Mbappe cannot play at center line. Mbappe loves to play from the wing. And this is Osimhen that is coming for them to have 2 strikers and still going all out for Osimhen. That means they need him. Now, there's no pressure on that PSG team now. No big boys there. Everybody is new. Everybody is like, there's nobody that will feel like, okay, I'm a big boy. All the big boys in PSG have been wiped out. The last man standing there was Mbappe.
Thank you, Wumi. Let's talk to other people. Thank you very much for joining the conversation. Quickly, let's talk Bet Baba. I'll be right back.
You define better odd. I be you one play correct cost. Over 1.5. I be you one bet. Say both seem no go score at all. Okay, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chapura talk. We know the feeling show. We there for you. You see for Bet Baba, we win money. Bet Baba, cash out today easy. Or Bet Baba, we get online games for you to play. Oh God, we get better bonus. But they need another yeah, now Bet Baba they are so. Cash out no sharp. Oh darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Okay, you're still live on Mainland 98.3 FM. I want to say welcome and thank you very much for still being with us. Well, I was spending quite a lot of time on Victor Osimhen, and I'm sure the next couple of days, in fact, there are reports that there's already an agreement in place. We're just hoping that there could be some announcement. And as it stands, there are also reports that Romelu Lukaku could be the one that would replace Victor Osimhen at Napoli. I beg your pardon. Interesting times. Lukaku, almighty Lukaku.
From Chelsea.
He's still a Chelsea player, by the way. I'm sure a lot of people are just trying to forget he's still a Chelsea player. Well, let's have it there. Let's see how well these guys will be able to go. Ladies and gentlemen, well, we talked about the son of our own former Super Eagles, goalkeeper Vincent Enyama, signing officially for Lille. But like Tommy told you, he has the opportunity of either keeping for France or keeping for Nigeria. Well, the father of Enzo Fernandez has released a statement and he has defended his son. He's not going off anytime soon. Hello, Uche, good evening.
Hello, Afayemi.
You're welcome.
Longest time.
Now you know we dey here.
I try to call another pick my cousins now.
No vex.
What of Tunde Young?
Tunde Young is now old though.
So for my own opinion concerning Osimhen, if he goes to PSG, he will flop very, very well. Because Osimhen was saying before that his dream to play for Chelsea, but now Chelsea they are not interested in Osimhen again. Maybe Osimhen valuation don't already go down. This is where the big club they come from Osimhen. Only PSG interested. I don't know why.
There are also still rumors that Chelsea may still be interested in signing him. But with the level of players or with the amount of strikers that Chelsea has got at the moment, I don't know. I don't know if going to Chelsea would be a good move. But what do I know? Let's talk about Mason Greenwood, the forgotten man of Manchester United. Remember, his loan at Getafe ended really well. He was voted as Getafe's player of the season, and it was explosive. Scored some amazing goals for them. Mason Greenwood not welcome. That was the hashtag that was trending earlier in the day. Although I also saw a video where when he arrived France, a lot of Marseille fans were shouting, "Welcome Greenwood, welcome Greenwood." But a larger chunk of the fans are saying, "Hey, we don't want you in Paris, in France. We don't want you." Marseille is a city divided as £27 million transfer for Manchester United outcast Mason Greenwood edges closer. The English forward is on his way to State Velodrome, but his arrival is threatening a splinter within the fan base. However, Mason Greenwood would up this summer after an acrimonious and a protected exit from Manchester United. It was always going to spark some controversy, but it's just so happened that he's set to sign for a club with some of the most fiercely passionate supporters on the entire planet, Olympique de Marseille. Now, is a whole lot of issue. Greenwood to Marseille is almost a done deal.
Yeah.
Greenwood to be accepted by Marseille is what we're debating right now. Now, whatever I say at this point, I wouldn't want to be misquoted. But with all of the old dropping of the charges, the judgment, everything here and there, he shot took delivery of a baby, of a new baby by the same partner. Do you think the entire world had beaten Mason Greenwood enough?
Yes, I feel we've given him so much stick already for what he's done. Even Manchester United as
for what was not even established that he did, by the way.
Exactly. Obviously we saw one or two evidences that could have.
But the court did not rule.
The court didn't in that favor. But I'm still surprised that despite the fact Manchester United had to send that young man out on loan to Getafe, they still wanted to get rid of him. Now, when Ineos took over, now Ineos is being managed by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He made it clear and said that he didn't see a future of Mason Greenwood at Manchester United. Why would you do that? Why would you say such? I really don't know why we, or should I say the football world, doesn't want to let go. Now look at what Enzo Fernandez has put himself into. You can see the whole lot of backlash coming into that particular incident. But anyways, that's it. Manchester United have finally gotten rid of Mason Greenwood, and it's been confirmed that it's going to sign for a 30 million deal with Marseille. But the issue and the point is that why
Marseille fans don't have joy.
They don't have joy. They don't want. Some fans don't want him. Some fans want him. Some fans were at the stadium, at the airport rather, when he landed to welcome him. But my issue with Mason Greenwood is that why didn't you continue with Getafe? Getafe fans loved him.
No, it was a loan.
Yeah, it was a loan.
And I'm sure maybe Getafe can't afford to buy him for that amount.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to say, why do you want to go to a club that 50% of the fans, or maybe more than 50% of the fans, don't want you?
The ultras are wild.
Marcel, they're crazy.
Yes, Marcel also need a replacement for what's the former Arsenal Aubameyang that have moved to Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
So
and
they needed
they're looking at Mason Greenwood. My whole issue is what you know about all these things. Everything is now. This is not even the first time. It happened last week when the move was being touted.
They started rejecting.
They were like, no, Mason Greenwood, you're not welcome to our club. And that's from the Marseille Ultras. And now the percentage of the Ultras is
outweighs everybody.
Outweighs the other fans.
According to that report I read, the Marseille fans are the most vile,
and
the most
violent,
aggressive, the most violent fans you can find anywhere in the world.
Now, I'm so sure that when Mason Greenwood goes there, he will have one or two issues when it comes to racism.
But do you also know that when he got to Getafe, a couple of Getafe fans, they had banners in the stadium saying they don't want him.
During the beginning.
At the start of the season.
Yes, at the
end of the day, result shows that they loved him.
Yes,
he gave them good memories. He was voted as the player of the season.
So, see, Marseille are known to be bullies. They are not, Marseille fans rather are known to be bullies. Now, the question now remains, the $1 billion question is, in the event that Mason Greenwood performs for Marseille, will he warm himself to the Marseille Ultras?
I think he should. I think he will. Like you said, the Getafe fans were really against him at the start of the season, but at the end of the day, they warmed up. Well, let's talk about what Enzo Fernandez's father is saying. I know my son. He's not like that. Raul Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is not a racist. Never. It is hard for the Europeans to understand our football culture like chant and celebration. He recorded that live video as at an inopportune moment. It was bad. He didn't even realize what he was singing. In 2024, when Germany beat us, they initiated how Gauchos, horsemen, Argentines' cultural symbols walked and called us ignorant. In 2018, France mocked Messi for his height. We never came out to say that we're being discriminated against. Hey, the father is coming.
Not just the father, even Javier Mascherano also came out.
I felt a bit disappointed with the position of Mascherano. For someone that I played at the elite level, Spain, you should understand what instances like that should mean. But let's quickly take one more break. Bet Baba is here. Then we'll come back to say our goodbyes. Don't go nowhere.
You define better odd. I be you one play chorus cost over 1.5. I be you one bet say both seem no go score at all. Yeah, we get better pay out go on. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chaburata, we know the feeling show. Oh no, we there for you. Oh, we there for you. You see for bet Baba, we win money. Bet Baba, cash out today easy. Oh bet Baba, we get online games for you. To Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Well, Tomiwa, your goodbye. 5 seconds.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this. Hopefully by tomorrow, I want to see a big announcement being made concerning Victor Osimhen.
Now you want sponsor?
I want it to happen.
Thank you very much to everyone that joined in, to all of the calls, all of the messages, the ones we couldn't read. We appreciate it. Tomorrow is Friday. Certainly going to serve you some good music with some top-notch sporting stories. Get prepared. The Olympics is just 8 days away. But the Super Falcons game is coming up earlier than that. Stay safe. Bye for now.
Major throwback.
Throwback.